How to survive change. Change is 100% imminent, but adapting is optional. Here I am in Charleston, South Carolina, and honestly, it's been pretty warm lately, but we're about to cross into November and we have some nice, brisk 59-degree temperatures this morning, and boy, does it feel good. So, seasons change, people change, the climate changes, the business changes, the pandemic changes. We don't really know all the changes that are in store for us, but one thing is for sure, things are going to change. And so how do you survive this change? And in fact, how do you thrive in this change? So here are a couple things that I think about for my own business, because during this pandemic season, I've had to make a lot of changes in my business structure. And this is the playbook that I've been following and have been using with a lot of my clients. It's very simple, and I think you could benefit. Number one is to focus on acceptance. Like when the pandemic and the lockdown started, or when the seasons change, it's easy to get a little bit frustrated, or the weather changes and you're planning a party and it's raining outside. Like, these changes happen and you can feel frustrated, and we can use up a lot of our energy in wishing that that change hadn't happened, thinking about what it would have been like if it hadn't happened, and so we're sort of getting stuck in nostalgia. But instead of that, really focus on accepting it, right? Come to terms with, okay, this is the way things are for now. And the good news is things will probably change again. And there's this whole adage of this too shall change, whether things are good or things are bad, or whatever perspective you have, things will change eventually. But be in the change, accept the conditions where it is. The second step is to get some rest. As I mentioned, it takes a lot of energy to move into this place of acceptance, especially if you've been fighting with it and dealing with it. The weather changes, maybe get a little extra rest, right? Build up your stores a little bit, because you're gonna need your mental and creative capacity. And the third step, which is to brainstorm a list of potential opportunities. Now, this may take a few days to generate, right? But generate that list of possibilities about what opportunities could be opening up during this change. The next step is to take this list of ideas, these potential opportunities, and share them with someone in your family, your friends, if you have a coach. These are great things to bounce off a sounding board and get a little feedback, and then start making some minor tweaks as you go along in your process and what you're doing to take advantage of these opportunities. And then just notice what happens. Are things going pretty well? Are they not? And by noticing, you're going to be able to make tweaks and continue to modify as you go along and find a better road to success. And ultimately, not just, as I mentioned, survive a change, but ultimately thrive.